G'day guys, Socket here. Today's viewer's question comes from Mercadoc1975 who says, my problem is that the UMIC 1 microphone measurement is very low and doesn't reach the reference lines. How can I increase the sensitivity? Perhaps you could help. Yep, well Merc's question is specifically in relation to the Audio-Tech Fisher PC tool which he's using to do his auto tune. And here you can see the little red line as I talk. My microphone's picking up the sound of my voice. And what Merc is talking about is that he can't seem to get the red line up here higher in the measurement window so he can take the measurement of his speakers and do his EQ work. Well, there are a few things that we can look at within the PC tool software that might be able to help you, Merc, but I suspect your problem is more to do with your microphone settings in Windows. So we're going to have a quick look at that in Windows 10 and Windows 11, because whether you're using the Audio-Tech Fisher PC tool software like Merc is, or whether you're using REW or something else and you want to know how to adjust your microphone levels, they're going to come in super handy. So we'll talk about those first, and then just for Merc, we'll jump back here into the PC tool software and I'll show you a couple of other things to go and check out. So if you're having difficulties with your microphone sensitivity, it might be too high and it's clipping, or it might be too low and you're just not picking up the signal properly. It might have something to do with your input device settings in Windows. Now, I'm not an expert in the Windows operating system or anything like that. I just know the basics. If you've got a better way of doing this, please share down in the comments. But certainly, this is the way that I deal with it if I'm working in Windows 10 or Windows 11. If you are in Windows 10, the thing you can do is go down to your sound settings and go into Open Sound Settings. So this is Windows 10, and then you'll get this this screen. And you can scroll down here to input device. Now this is where you can select your different input devices, so I'm using the UMIC, and then you can click into device properties, and here you've got a bit of a volume slider. So at the moment mine's set on 71, so I'm going to slide that all the way up to 88, go back into our ATF and start peak noise again, and there you will see the signal volume, or sorry, the recording volume has gone up even though I haven't touched the volume of the peak noise signal. So what happens if I slide it all the way up to 100, like that, and there you go, you can see that the measurement signal has gone all the way up. So that is certainly one way that you can change the sensitivity of the microphone by just in your settings window by turning up that volume. And we'll just close that for a second. And then of course, if you're having, if you can't pick it, if your microphone's not working at all, once again in the screen, this is Windows 10, you can go into Manage Sound Devices, and here are all your different input devices. So you might actually have the wrong microphone selected, right? So that is Windows 10. This is how you do it in Windows 11. So if you're working in Windows 11, then the control is down here under Sound Settings, and it will take you to this window, and then down here is your outputs for your speakers, and here is your inputs for your microphone. So first of all, just make sure the right microphone is selected. So I'm using the UMIC, and then your sensitivity or volume slider is over here. So at the moment I've got it set to 49, and if I just minimize that a little bit and turn on some pink noise. So let me just reposition these little windows, pop it over here. Just reduce it a little bit so we can see what we're doing, and scroll down. Okay, so you can see here is the measurement level, and as I increase the sensitivity, you can see the measurement level going up to the point, and then I can bring it back down to the level that I want. So that is the way that you adjust it in Windows 11. So there you go. That's the basic generic way to change your mic sensitivity in Windows 10 and Windows 11. But let's jump into the Helix PC tool software to see what you could specifically do in the software itself. Well, there is no specific microphone levels or things that you can program into the Helix PC tool software, like there isn't a pull down menu or something under DCM where you can change your signal inputs, but in the real-time analyzer tool that we have over here, there is a couple of things that you might want to check. So first of all, clicking on this little cog icon and then going down to extended features, you just want to make sure that you're if you've got multiple microphones, that you don't have your, for example, laptop microphone connected, or something like that. Make sure that you've connected to the right audio device. And if you need to switch over, just click on refresh. So that's certainly one thing to check if for some reason you're not getting much of a measurement signal. The second thing that you need to do is basically turn up the measurement signal volume so it's loud enough that it's turning green. Over here. Otherwise, once again, your measurement signal may not show up because your volume is too low, and the microphone's actually picking it up, but it's not high enough for it to be up here on the window. The third thing that you can do is over here in these gain sliders. So one of the things that you can do is move this gain slider, this measurement curve offset gain slider, up and down, and what it will do is actually move it or offset it so that if your microphone level is a little bit low, you can just adjust it with this to get it into the right position, right? This other curve actually moves the house curve, but we're not interested in that today. So there are a couple of ways to get your microphone measurement sensitivity to match your curve. So there you go, guys. Merck, I hope that answered your question, and I hope you're able to take some measurements and get your EQ work done really soon. Once again, everyone, thanks very much for watching. If you've got any questions, chuck them down in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you in the next episode.